Hey everybody, Max Trex Trains here. Currently here, we're in front of the East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania switch tower that used to control the signals, the crossing signals, and the switches here in East Stroudsburg. And I got a cool opportunity to look inside of how everything works, so come in inside and join me for the ride.
For the switches, and the white ones are out of service. So when it first opened, everything was working. So what you're looking at here, the configuration now was somewhere around the 1950s. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Not Jersey City, Harrison Tower, I think it was. And I believe that was originally operated by the Pennsylvania Railroad. Because it's part of it's on the main line for the Northeast Corridor. So it's been out of service for years, but I heard that's where that lever came from. So I took it all apart, cleaned it, sandblasted it, cleaned it. Signal bridge that's out there, that tower across the tracks?
Yeah.
That's the signal bridge, that's this guy here. Right? There used to be another one over here. Right? There used to be another one over here from the pictures that I could see. But I don't see it represented on the machine. But it used to be, this is as far as you went out. So, the way these operated, when you operated the lever back and forth, this is considered, the signal would be in the red position, or red color. And then if I move it into this position, we clear off the signal and allow the train to go. So that would either be a yellow or a green, depending on what's in front of it. So this, and when I operate the rod, as this goes back and forth downstairs, it's like a seesaw. So you push a rod downwards, which connects to a horizontal rod. That horizontal rod will turn left to right, and then connected to that is a swing arm. So basically what you're going to wind up doing is pushing or pulling a 1-inch pipe a couple of 100 feet down the tracks.
What is it powered by? This is all
Human power. That's
really?
it. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
That's why these were nicknamed Armstrong levers.
Oh.
Because you had to be
right.
particularly strong. If you were an 80-pound weakling, the only thing, the job you might have had was sit at the desk doing
big
the papers.
Hands too.
Yeah.
I remember
Yep.
big hands.
Yep.
Wow.
So now these here are disconnected. Okay. Some of them work. We do have electric locks on them that were added later on in the 50s, and probably I think in the 20s is when they added the electric safety locks. But this guy here, number 9 and number 10, right? Number 9 we got working. I did that a couple of years back. Number 9 is for the crossing gate over here. Number 10 was for the crossing gate on the other side. So we were lucky enough when the railroad decided to upgrade to modern crossing gates, they allowed us to keep one of the originals. So we put a simulated wood, you know, we recreated the arm on it. Now the original arm was like 30-something feet long, and it went out past the yellow line, and they were intersected so that they would cross each other. And I took about 100-something pounds of weight off of it. So, yeah, she works. So this one, even with the weight gone, you can feel the resistance in order to operate.
Oh, there it goes. Did you save the other section?
Huh?
No, it's going down.
Oh, I see.
A little closer to the new one. And the other one for number 10 is exactly in the location where that new one is. So without that one there with the connecting chain, the other side of it. So we kept this one here because it's closer. So the concept is once you release the latch, right, this is going to go back all by itself because of the weight of that. And it's much easier to get it to come up. So if you really want to feel it, give it a pull into the reverse position,
Which one is that? The...
number 9. So squeeze real hard. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If you look out here, you'll see the horizontal rods.
Yeah.
Okay, so now watch the first one. See it operating.
Oh, yeah.
Out the window over here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You see the drive line.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I see that moving.
Yeah.
So there's a woman that came by here a couple of months back. And she says, you know, I was a young schoolgirl walking by here by before. She goes, is that, it's just sitting. I said, no, that's the bathroom. That's
Right,
the
yeah.
toilet, obviously,
Yeah,
right?
it's not the toilet.
There's the vent pipe, connects to downstairs. Yep. She goes, you know, because every time I used to walk by, there was a guy hanging out low with the window open, waving at everybody. And,
A pervert.
yeah. No, listen, Mother Nature called. He figures I might as well just, you know, wave to the passerbys.
Oh, if you knew what I was doing.
Yep. So, yeah, so these guys, the signal levers, just looking at what you had there used to be the pipes going across. As a matter of fact, if you look across the street, you'll see the different colors in the asphalt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There used to be a wooden panels that covered them. And they went all the way down to that bridge over there. And then the pipe would transition to a compensator rod that was curved, and it went all the way up. And then through different linkages and everything would operate your semaphores.
Cool.
You know? Now the switches, you are physically moving the actual rails from normal to reverse. Now these rails here are this is a 137 pound rail. So this is no joke. Yes. In transit we use a 100-pound rail. So it's 100 pounds for every 2 feet is the weight. So every 2 feet piece of rail here would weigh 137 pounds. Right? So this is considered class 1 or freight rail.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think they actually make something bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is a sample of the rail that's off that line. So that's a big boy. So the actual flange of the wheel on the train is the actual width of this entire piece of rail. Where in transit, our rail is smaller, the wheel overhangs by an inch or so, because the wheels are standard width, but you know, the rail's a little different.
And would they use this?
Well, this was more automated. This showed up in the 50s.
Oh, okay.
Right, but when you wanted to operate a switch machine, okay, if you picture it here, I'm a train coming in, okay. This first signal here was not part of this interlocking because it's 809. Okay, so the first lever we have here is 38. So 809, from looking at some older pictures, it used to be a shanty way out there by the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you see those cars parked on
Yeah.
the right-hand side, that used to be the freight house. That's why this is all blacked out here.
Oh.
This track used to go further down, and this was all blacked out. So there used to be a freight house, there was another loading dock.
That's a
In that
section
particular
of
area.
the freight house, right?
No, that building is new
Yeah.
because the original station, which is right here, Dansbury, had a fire. It was a restaurant back in the late 80s, early 90s. And they had a fire in the kitchen, which was this section of the building. And basically, that whole section burnt down almost up to the middle, where you see that cupola there. So they wanted to rip it down. The developer here wanted to rip it down to build these. So the community got involved. We assisted by taking the donations and temporarily keeping it in our 501(c), so I wouldn't get taxed or anything. And then they raised enough funds, and they had the building lifted up, moved across the tracks. The borough gave up the property and built the foundation for that. All right. Though they only put in like a 4-foot footing in there. They should have gone a full 8 foot, not for nothing. Either the way, they paid the price, so they moved the building here. and then they rebuilt everything back to spec. So the station right now is pretty much exactly how it was back when it was operating. So the ticket booth is there. They really did a beautiful job restoring the bathrooms. Somebody donated an old wood stove, round ones with the stuff we see in the movies. So they did a beautiful job with that. So yeah, you had all the. Okay, there used to be a spout that came up to load up the tenders with water when the steam locomotives came through. And the layout of the track you see right now is different. Right over here is the original alignment, but you see they curved it over. So where you see it going straight in front of the building,
Yeah.
that would have been track number 2. And then track number 1 is over there. They did that to get the train away from the restaurant. So that used to feed, we have a picture somewhere of the spout coming up. And that used to come directly from the water tower. So, concept, train comes down, right? If this signal was cleared, he would come right up to here, and the first lever that was controlled by here was signal lever number 27. All right? So 27 right now is in the normal position, which would be displaying a red. When you're dealing with an interlocking, normal is everything at red, stop, all switches straight. Okay? With more modern trains, when you have automatic areas, the normal position for an automatic territory is green, because then everything's operated by the train itself. So 27 is back, okay? This one here looks like 34, right? 34 would be back. But right now it's been taken out of service, but at the time if it was working, all right? Because from this area, actually went hand throw. So I need that signal back. I need this signal back, 36, which had 2 locations here. So 36 operated 2 small arms on either end.
That's what the lights on top of the floor?
Yeah, that would be original semaphores on there. So one lever operated both of these guys. And then you had the switch machine itself was number 24, right? This switch machine here is number 23. Lock lever number 25. This is lock lever number 21, I think. 23 probably, yeah. No, 23 is a switch. So it's 24, it could be, yeah, could be, no, let me see. If it's one of the locks, it should have been this guy. Gotta be one of these guys. Maybe it was 20. I can't really read it. Yeah, it's 20. I have a drawing that shows it. I don't know, it looks like a 21. But it can't be a 21 because that's not a lock.
And all those little holes that are empty because they lost the little...
Someone stole the lights.
Oh, jeez.
Which I got replacements.
Oh, good.
Because when they replaced the outline in the city, which was built in the 20s, and it was modernized to computerized, I went in there and I cannibalized lights, bells, all kinds of crap.
Good for you.
You know, I got an extra button. It doesn't look the same, but it's the same style button.
And then it's blue. Oh, it was blue and black.
Yeah, because this one's electric.
It's a switch and lock movement. Or electric.
Correct. This was an electric machine, which was modified much later on.
Yeah.
All right, so notice 23, right? So there's 23, the furthest switch. So this switch now became electric. So you have your lock and your throw action in here.
It's got more contact.
But if you notice, with the safety release, right? I can't release the lever.
Not the whole thing.
4 levers and 4 circuit controls.
Okay, so if I lift this up, now you can squeeze that handle.
Here, let's put this up. That's it.
Oh.
Right? And now you can move it towards me.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, because there's nothing connected.
And it
So
locks.
what you did now, in effect, connect from the back to the front, so he'll just continue going. If he's coming this way, and the switch moves underneath the train, now half the train goes that way and half the train goes this way. Now you definitely have a derailment.
Did it ever?
Yeah. We had an electric machine that had a ground on it. And the last car of a B train coming into 9th Avenue in Brooklyn, the switch went under. This is the lock now, so,
Oh no, this is the one I moved.
right, that's the one you move. So if I wanted to move 19 switch, right now the points are locked. So if you picture in your head, I'm thinking of getting a G-scale switch mounted on a board under here. Because I want to hook this up electrically. I'm even thinking of putting a PLC on it. So I got lights on the board and
All right.
have everything
You
interactive.
got a lot of work ahead of you.
I got a lot of work, yeah. Well, before I got here, you'll notice this is a clamp that holds my spring in for my lock door, right? Some genius came along and decided, let's take all the clamps off.
Oh no.
Without realizing the clamp, it's a cast iron item. It's made by cast, which means it was hand filed and fitted to each
one.
individual lever.
Took everyone
So
off.
the one I take off of here is not going to fit on this guy. So I got some over there, you notice?
Yes.
So I took a few of them when I took number 9. I just grabbed one, I took it home, put it in a gallon of carburetor cleaner for a week, peeled all the paint off of it, wire brushed it, put a primer on it, some paint, and then when I came black lithium grease on it, connected to the point, as the point moves, there's a bar that follows it. Those are called lock rods. Okay? So when the switch is sitting in this position, the lock rods will follow. What this does, it takes another rod and it goes through. I happen to have a CC box with the original setup downstairs.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a job because I'd have to take it all apart. I'll bring it out, have it sandblasted by somebody or whatever, and then reassemble it. What I wanted to do is actually hook it outside. There's a compensator rod right outside. I was thinking of basically move the rails, right, which took some effort. And once now the rails are in the reverse position, now I have to secure them and lock them again. So now this switch is in the reverse position, and then I can turn around and clear the associated signal that's protecting the switch.
Wow, you really have to remember stuff.
Yeah, that becomes second nature.
Yeah.
It becomes second nature. And you always learn early when you're younger, because when I started transit, I started October of '84. In 1985, I was working, I was 19. I was working West 4th Street Station in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And West 4th Street Station,
Isn't that the one that you can go all the way to any city machine in there?
yes, on the lower level.
See?
Yep. So that's a GRS machine. It was pistol grip. That's gone, by the way, now. It's all computerized.
Oh really? No, I remember that.
Yeah. So then you had to, I still remember, put back 11 and 12, turn switch number, put back lever 30, switch 31, switch 34, and then clear off 30, 29, 28. So once you got into it, it was like put that back. I grabbed both switch levers, and then you hear safety magnets pick. So when the relay picks, you're listening and you hear this. Then you know the lever completed its stroke, pull them out, and then grab the signal lever. So you're making music as you're operating the machine.
And on 4th Street, can you still walk and see what's going on inside?
I don't, they might have turned that into a dispatcher's room or something. I have not been there
Oh, I haven't been there.
in years, no.
Years.
My partner,
Since they were working these things.
yeah. So my partner, he was working for the contractor. He's the one that redid that job. So my last stint, the shuttle, Grand Central, 42nd?
We were just there yesterday.
Okay, you see that whole new platform?
Yeah.
All those
Really?
signals, everything, that's my job.
Get out. Good
You're
for you.
retired.
Yeah, I retired from that. From work, and all these switches I got from work. Because I've been all
You
over.
know exactly where to
I know
get.
who to talk to. So my old helpers that became maintainers, in transit we have an interlocking squad. We remanufacture all our own shit.
Oh, good for
A
you.
relay like this, we would take it apart, clean it all out, check the integrity of the coils, replace all the contacts and all of that. So we remanufacture a lot of stuff. When transit takes a machine out of service, none of the stuff gets thrown out. So all this stuff here gets saved. When it gets to the shop, if they have an excessive amount of stock, yeah, then they'll
They offer it.
But they also hold on. If we have machines in service, we need spare parts.
Good for you, man.
So I wound up getting most of these, and then Kendrick had found a company that makes the plates up, and that was that. So this machine is a union switch and signal machine, okay? So the way this worked, for example, if I had a train sitting here, so you would look up and see one red light lit, that's my track circuit. And that train had to come across and go this way, okay? So you'll notice R18, R18. That means signal number 18 cleared to the right.
Yes.
And the direction that you're gonna go in would clear that signal.
And God forbid you forget to switch that.
Well, right. The way it knows, do I clear this signal or do I clear this signal, is by the position of the machine, of the switch, okay? 18, you notice, is also up here. So clear to the left. So if I cleared it to the left, then this signal would go green with the switch normal, and he would go that way. If the switch was reverse, okay, I could also clear this lever to the left, and then the train would go down that way. Okay, so let's say I had a train sitting here, okay, and I want to send them out this way. First thing I got to check further down, because you always go from the furthest point towards the train, is switch number 21 in the normal position. So switch 21 right now is sitting reverse. So you would have to do this.
Neutral.
Put it in the normal position.
Oh, normal, yeah.
Right. Signal levers number 22, okay, would actually have to be in the center. Not to the left, not to the right, to the center. If it was centered, then he would get a lock light here. Okay? So actually, unless this signal was in the middle, I would not be able to turn this. Okay? Now we come further down. Okay? This is a hand throw switch, not controlled by the machine. All right? And then I come across and I have switch number 17. So I would have to take switch number 17, which is sitting normal, bring it reverse, okay? And then I would clear lever 18 to the right, okay? Now, I also need 22 to the right, okay? Once I have this preconditioned, now the tower operator presses this button and presses this button.
And locks.
And that sends the information through code, so it's like Morse code, sends it out to the system, and it gets out to these two respective areas, Slateford and Bell's Bridge. And once that code gets received, then everything I just did here would mirror what here. So that the switch would operate, signal would clear, and all of that. The button underneath it is a cancel.
Okay.
Right? So if I want to cancel it, I press it in, and you notice it comes back. And then at the end, when he's done, he just pulls it.
And what are the little ones? Switches?
Oh, these? I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't bother looking for those.
Switch heaters.
Well, it's possible. Yeah, it might be switch heaters. If they had them at the time.
Oh, to heat up
Well,
the switch?
yeah, you have indicators for switch heaters.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Switch heater.
Yeah,
Right there.
switch heaters. This is a Bell cutout, control code knockdown. So the knockdown would mean if he presses this in, it basically kills all the code everywhere, and it sets everything back
And
to normal.
everything's... Oh, okay.
Right.
They're the call-on buttons. These are the start buttons.
Right.
This starts the code.
Yeah, but a call on should only be temporarily.
Well, that's the way these machines work. If you needed the call-on, you press that in. And because of the way these were designed, a lot of guys screwed up, because the first trick operator would leave the call-in button pressed in.
Right.
And the next operator would come in, not notice it, send out a signal,
Right.
and instead of getting a clear, he gets a call-on.
You know what I'm surprised?
But that's why these are,
Is that I don't have any labeling on them.
they never did. They never did.
I actually,
Bottom one is always the code start.
you know what I always found, what I just found?
Yeah.
I have an AA.
Just run into the closest bucket.
No, I don't think I do.
He's in Birdsboro. He can restore this for you and get it working.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be real neat, because you press the start button.
You'll hear. Yeah, you'll hear everything.
Isn't that cool?
Of course, we would have. Of course, we would have to have some type of.
Because that you
He's got to put some type of intermarry
No.
remote receiver. Yeah, 10 reverse signal indication,
The way they
10,
made these things, it was so beautiful.
yeah, 10 left
Art.
indication, 10 reverse indication, 9 NWK, 9 switch normal indication,
Actually,
9 switch reverse
the code
indication.
unit may be missing, because I see this.
Yeah.
The code unit was narrower. So these are the storage units.
Right.
Somebody swiped the code unit. But
I'm sure.
you ever run into Rich White?
Right.
You
He's
brought this
really
in, right?
into this stuff.
Huh?
You brought them in?
Yeah, I got those from work.
I knew it. Human resources, wow.
I need to go see him. I'll mention it to him.
Okay.
You got a machine up here that
He would love to work
needs
on
some
it.
TLC, and
You know what the thing is?
code
though?
units are available.
The thing is, I don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Well, you can be here.
I
to
don't,
work.
no, I don't trust anybody. And
Yeah.
now, my brother was
He
here.
comes good
My brother, same thing.
Yeah.
Because it's all worn out.
And look at this phone.
Yeah, somebody just donated that to us.
I
So-
love people that do that.
What I'm gonna try and do is set that up
So
over
you can
here.
see it prominently, yes.
With the bell and all that other shit.
You
And
need an
you know
original
what?
clock too.
That's on the works. We got a clock coming, that's being rebuilt. It's a Western Union clock.
Good for you.
What's that? That's just a junction box for sound power.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
He has one.
So,
Bigger one.
believe it or not, we still use the sound power headsets today,
Really?
especially when I'm installing new signal systems, because I don't have any power on anything. So basically, a 24 volt power supply, 12 volts will do it, but we use the 24 volts for extended distance.